In today's video, some tips on how to hire a Google AdWords manager to run Google ad campaigns for your dog training business. Stick with me. As many of you know, I own an online advertising agency that specializes in running predominantly Google AdWords, now called Google Ads, for a number of different industries, but one of the main industries that we focus on is the dog training industry, because I myself have owned 3 different dog training businesses over the years myself. So I have intimate knowledge of that industry, which helps us kind of get a leg up on managing campaigns compared to some of the other guys trying to manage Google ad campaigns. That being said, I only take 1 client per territory or per city, you think per market. So if we're already working with somebody in your market, you may be able to use the advice in this video to help you find somebody who can run ad campaigns, at least until our space opens up, and then you can come over to us. Now, how do you know if we've already got a client in that area? The best way to do it is just to email me at adam@browningdirect.com. It's very easy for me to just shoot back an email saying, no, we don't already have somebody in your market, or yes, we do. And then we can kind of proceed from there. But this video is going to touch on some of the things that make us unique. And then you can use that information to help you decide whether or not you want to work with us, or if you do need to hire another person to run your ad campaigns, or you're thinking about doing it yourself. This will help you make a better decision. Hey, wardrobe change. Anyways, the first thing that makes us really different from most of the rest of these guys who are running AdWords campaigns is that we're targeting just the money keywords. We're not doing this long tail approach where you load up 30,000 different keywords and hope and pray that somehow, some way, someday, somebody's going to click on the search term dog trainer in Rhode Island who uses a remote collar and dresses in blue jeans and likes to eat coconuts or whatever it is. Because their mindset is that, yeah, we're going to get that keywords query like really cheap. But the reality is nobody's searching for that. And the 1 person a year who happens to search for that is not going to be enough traffic to move the needle. So you need to really target the money keywords, the ones that have proven to you that they not only get clicks, but actually result in leads being queries from desperate dog owners with money in hand. And I'm going to talk a little bit later in this video as to how we determined what those money keywords are. The second thing you want to look for if you're hiring a Google AdWords manager, Google Ad Manager, is that they use a negative keyword list. I'm going to explain what a negative keyword list is in just a second, but let me tell you this. Anybody who's not using a negative keyword list, I consider it malpractice. So, I mean, it's something that all professional Google AdWords managers should use. The negative keyword list basically is something that tells Google, don't show the ad for certain keyword queries. So let's say, for example, we're targeting the keyword term dog trainer or dog training, right? And so we want your ad to show up if somebody types in the search term dog training at Google. But we don't want your ad to show for the search term police dog training if you don't offer police dog training. And the reason why is because people will click on anything, even if the ad doesn't say anything about police dog training, but they put in the term police dog training. And again, if your account's not set up right, and if you're not using a negative keyword list, when they type in police dog training, your ad is going to show. And again, people will click on anything at $4 to $6 or more per click. You're just literally wasting your money. You might as well just light your money on fire. So you add the term police dog training to your negative keyword list, even though you're still advertising for the keyword dog training. You're telling Google, don't show the ad anytime somebody types in the search term police dog training because it's a waste of money. Now, we take it a step further by running what's called a shared negative keyword list. So what that means is that, say we've got somewhere over 60 different dog training business owners and over 60 different markets, and Cesar Millan comes out with a new dog training TV show. And we see on that first day in, let's say, Los Angeles, where maybe that's one of their test markets, we start seeing search queries for the search term dog training TV show, right? And we know from experience, people looking for information about a dog training TV show are not immediately in the market to hire a dog trainer. So we don't want your ad to show for that. So we add that negative keyword term, dog training TV show, to the negative keyword list of our client in Los Angeles. And because we have those linked up, because we're running a shared negative keyword list, it automatically adds it to your keyword list, even though you might be in another market, let's say Dallas, Texas, because we know that probably sometime in the next couple of weeks, somebody in your market is going to be searching for a dog training TV show also. And if it's already blocked out, it means that we're not wasting that $4 to $6 per click, because we know that they're going to click on anything that comes up. Does that make sense? I mean, it's a little bit of a confusing concept, but basically it boils down to this. By running not only a negative keyword list, but a shared negative keyword list, you're able to benefit from like the strength in numbers, because we're looking at so many different markets. So if you're hiring a person to run your AdWords, you want to make sure that they're using a negative keyword list and they're monitoring that. And that's a big part of what we do, is we're constantly watching what those search queries are, because stuff comes through that that doesn't make sense for us to advertise on. So we need to tell Google, don't show the ads for those specific keywords. So the third thing that we do differently that you might want to look into is, for probably 99% of our clients, we're running the traffic from the ads to what we call a dedicated landing page. So we set up a unique domain name. A dedicated landing page is basically like a one-page website. So we set up a unique domain name that might be kind of generic. It might be something like dogobediencetampa.com or dogtrainerrally.com, that type of thing. And on that one-page website, we have what's called a landing page. And that landing page, we've gone through the process of A/B testing everything on the page, from the headline to the call to action to even the number of testimonials, the type of offer, whether to have a contact form, not have a contact form, all of that. We've A/B tested all of that. And on top of that, we incorporate 5 different call tracking numbers. What that means is that whether they fill out the contact form or they call the phone number on the landing page, it patches it through directly to, if it's a call, directly to your phone. And at the same time, it records the call, and it also sends you an email to let you know the caller ID information of that caller. What this means is that you're able to know whether it's in the middle of the night and they fill out the contact form and you call them back in the morning, or if they pick up the phone and they call you, you're going to know down to the penny how many leads you got from that campaign, which is really, really important in terms of knowing how well the campaign is working for you. Now, we don't do this, like I said, with all of our clients, but with most of our clients. Some of the clients have bigger corporate sites and they don't want the traffic going to some separate domain. So we do send the traffic to a page on their site. In a few markets, we have found that sending the traffic directly to the client's homepage, for whatever reason, works better. But those clients are still benefiting from the fact that we've got so many other dog training business owner clients in different markets, and we're tracking the individual volume of leads, if you will, to know exactly how well things are working. And then we're applying that knowledge to even the accounts and campaigns that the traffic is going to their homepage. So that's really, really important, because you're sending the traffic to a targeted place where you're able to track everything that comes through it and know exactly what your return on investment is. Because otherwise, you're left to kind of just compare a baseline as to what you were getting before you started the campaigns versus what you were getting after the campaigns, plus just like calling and asking the client, how did you hear about us? And a lot of times you'll get responses like, I did a search on Google, and that doesn't necessarily tell you, was it from the ad, or was it from your organic ranking, or was it from maybe something else. So it gives us a very scientific way of knowing exactly what's going on with your campaign. And you're also getting the benefit of the fact that we're running so many other campaigns for other dog training businesses in different markets that aren't competing with you, but you're still getting the benefit of that. So I think if you are going to hire another company to run your Google ad campaigns, you want to try and go with somebody where they have at least some experience running dog training campaigns, running campaigns for other dog training business owners, rather than somebody who's never worked in the industry before, because they're kind of coming into it blind. Not to say that it can't work, but what ends up happening is you spend a lot of time trying to collect data, trying to collect intelligence as to what's going on in your marketplace. Whereas if you work with somebody who's a little bit more experienced and has experience working with other dog training business owners, they're not coming into it cold. They already know which keywords are the money keywords, which, they already hopefully have a negative keyword list that will help your campaign from day one get off on the right foot and just be more optimized. Everything just works much better. So it's just like everything else. It's like if somebody comes to hire a dog trainer and they have a Rottweiler and the dog trainer has never, ever worked with a Rottweiler before in their entire life, well, there's going to be little idiosyncrasies to that breed. Even though the dog's a dog, there's going to be little idiosyncrasies from one breed to the next that the dog trainer who has more experience is going to be able to hopefully do a better job of working with that dog because of that insight. So, hey, if you have any questions, feel free to post it in the comments below. And of course, if you are looking for somebody to run Google ad campaigns, if you want to grow your dog training business, if you're tired of lying in bed at night wondering, how do I get this dog training business to the next level? I have found that, in my opinion, Google AdWords is still one of the best ways to get a consistent stream of quality leads. Desperate dog owners with money in hand calling you up, looking to work with you. The problem, hopefully, like I've laid out in this video, is that it can be insanely complicated if you don't know what you're doing or if you're working with the wrong person. If you'd like to learn even more about how we run these campaigns and what we're doing with our 100% done for you Google AdWords management service, head on over to dogtrainertoolbox.com. And in the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see a box that says Expert Google AdWords Management for Dog Trainers Only. Click that box, read through the page. There's a link to my calendar app at the bottom. You can book a free 30-minute phone conversation with me, if it makes sense. And we can get on the phone and find out if what we're doing with Google AdWords would be a good fit to help you grow your dog training business. Take care, guys.